I always like to describe our coalition as a lifetime work or different lifetime work generations. We can say that our coalition starts when I was a child or when my grandma was. But if you want to draw a timeline of this project, it starts in 2019 when I was finishing my graduation and looking for a topic to my final paper. I remember the stories of my grandma at the harvest. She was a coffee grower since a little girl, and she was raised in a well-known region here about the coffee production. For me, it was always clear that women were the leading figures of the coffee production because of her. However, when I look for a coffee package at the cafeterias, they almost never carry a woman name. When I brought this case to my professor, he connected me with the literature of participatory design, what led me to travel to my grandma's hometown to better understand the community from the inside. And with a camera and a voice recorder, I visited different members of coffee producers community, interviewed different workers and stayed there for a while to experience their daily routines and to better understand their process. Starting on the countryside, I met a large number of women involved in different steps of coffee production. There was a group and developing project that started in 2013 called Women of Coffee, and they showed me the production, told me their stories, and taught me their experience of how it is to be a rural woman in Brazil. And back to my city, I continued the research and found out that baristas, cafeteria owners, roast masters, as the rural workers had histories of gender prejudice. That kind of coalition that I knew from the books was not representing all the needs of co-design project involving women's cause. For example, Manzini describes coalitions as formed by individuals who have convergent interests, made by subjects who are free to decide what to do and how to do it. However, if we look to our reality, many Latin American women collaboration cannot be considered as free choice. Here, the femicide hate is about 90 women per day, being the most dangerous place to live as a woman outside the war zone. And the concept of free subjects here can be seriously questioned. Coalitions for us can be explained by organization formed by individuals with different political positions and many feminist perspectives who often work in the same purpose because they know the need of the collective fight to guarantee decent living. I encountered friends that wanted to help telling these stories, and we decided that we have to do something and we have to do this together. For the feminist movement, coalitions are not fresh news, but why organize in coalition form? There are historical and cultural problems in our society that are considered difficult or impossible to solve, as gender prejudice, social inequality, or hunger. Collaboration in coalitions can be a good way to bring together different actors, being a way to combat these problems. Here's some good news about coalitions. They empower groups in times of oppression. Coalitions don't require ideological agreement but go beyond individual interests, can be an accessible tool for open and equal access by different groups to affect politics. Women coalesce because they care about each other. One of our collaborators said that when one woman producer sells, when one wins, we all feel represented. And when they look to the responsibility they feel for the success or failure of their co-workers, the groups that help each other with the harvest, when they pick up the children in school for their neighbors, the decision of taking action that urban women feel about women they never met, these evidences explains a feminist coalition as more than a concern. Matters of care means that people are not just worried about a particular issue, they actually care about each other because they belong to this community, they experience prejudice, and they recognize one another as equal. For Latin American women and expressly minorities, organizations like this are developed because we know if we don't care about each other or we don't exercise some kind of collaboration, we can be risking our lives.
Fui na casa da Giovana pedir ajuda pra colher. Não é ajuda, não é nada, mutirão vamos fazer. Não é ajuda, não é nada, mutirão vamos fazer.